Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is episode 12, Broken Heartland. Don't like the name of that. Amy and Ty's plans for a road trip to Montana hit a snag, and Lou confronts Peter about his lies and choosing to further his career in Vancouver. Well, it says about his lies, and I'm like, as far as I know, he really only lied once about that job. So, I don't like how they've pluralized that, because it makes you think that he's been lying about other things. Unless he has. And that's revealed in this episode. But so far it's only really been one lie. And yeah, he shouldn't have done it, but at the same time I'm also thinking, given who Lou is, I kinda understand why he would do that. And Lou isn't any walk in the park. And it says Amy and Ty's plans for a road trip to Montana hit a snag, so it makes you wonder what's going to happen. It seems like every time they try to take a road trip, something goes wrong. Because they had planned a trip earlier, and then I think that was when she was offered to go off with Ahmed, which we're going to see him again. Or maybe that was the house, I'm not sure. But they were planning a road trip earlier, might have even been to Montana. And, and something happened. So it's like, no, it was at the end of season 6. And they were getting ready, I think, to head to Montana. I think it was Montana. And then Jack had his heart attack. And so now they're planning a trip again and it hits a snag. And it's like, these guys never get away. I mean, Jack was able to go to France. These guys need to be able to get away. So maybe by the end of the episode it'll work out and they'll be able to go. And then the next episode will be set a couple of weeks later. I mean, the last episode was obviously set 6 or 8 weeks after the previous one, actually the previous 2, 9 and 10, because Georgie's arm was healed. And so, you know, because she was in that cast, which she broke at the end of episode 9. And then, of course, as we know, episode 10 was not directly after it, but maybe like a week or so after it. And she had a broken arm. And then, of course, again, episode 11 happened and she wasn't wearing the cast. So obviously we know enough time has passed that her arm has healed. So it could be that maybe by the end of this episode or so, or start of the next episode, enough time will have passed that Amy and Ty go on their trip. And maybe not. It's like, these guys never get a chance to get away. So anyways, let's get started. Who's this?
You're breaking up. I can barely hear you. Sorry, but what?
Ty, you ass.
Work for me then. You see.
Okay. Okay.
Good morning. You got her hair's done again.
Can I get a ride into town today?
Hi, what's up? See ya.
Say hello to Kitty. Alright. Jade's back. How does Jade get a car?
Check out my new ride. Pretty busy morning. I'm gonna drop
What's the point of Jade? There's like no point
okay.
there.
Wait, what's going on at the vet clinic? Is it time for your annual checkup? No.
No, Georgie.
Come on, Leo. I mean, you said you had a busy day. If Jade takes me, you won't have to worry. I promise to obey all traffic laws and shoulder check before changing lanes. See, now that she actually has her license.
But she didn't say
she's
anything
a lot
about
more
speeding.
responsible.
Speeding and no texting and go straight there.
Don't worry, Lou. Your daughter is in safe hands.
Yeah, right.
Catch you on the flip side. Buckle up.
I don't believe that for a second. Like I said, what's the point of
Amy, I
Jade?
thought we were
She's
supposed
like,
to be keeping this small.
Yes, I know.
She's like,
Well, let's just go through and put some names out.
We should just get married in Mustang Mills. Just the 2 of us under a poplar tree.
If we did that, we would bury us under that same tree. Hi, let's just start from the top and work our way down.
Of course, someone comes in at that moment. getting right to the point though, but sometimes it's necessary.
Hi, it's Cass. You didn't tell me I'd be babysitting 2 children today. Do I look like Mary Poppins?
Well,
You are now officially
Jade isn't
taking
really a
all of my
child.
riches
She's a
for
teenager,
month.
but at
Enjoy
16
the
she
trip.
can take care of herself. Well, supposedly. Jade maybe not so
He's
much.
so cute.
He also has worms. A real nasty case.
Ew. Should we give him some? A female ball python's tail is shorter and thinner than a male's. I did a project on pythons back in junior high.
Well, her name's Cordelia. She hasn't eaten in a few weeks.
Who the hell is this chick?
You're not gonna answer it?
We only have until tomorrow together. Lou's just gonna have to wait.
Hey. So, first of all, I didn't lie. We did say we'd stay in touch at the end of that meeting.
You just left out the part where he made you a damn good offer.
Okay, it's funny because there was only 2 people in that meeting, so I don't know how you could know all that information, but, oh, that's right, you sent your sister to spy for you.
She was hardly spying.
Manipulating
What was best for Katie?
Oh, and what about what was best for Georgie? How you thought that she should contact her aunt?
Uh-huh.
You remember her aunt, right?
Uh-huh.
The one that called child
Stop
services
it.
on us and said that we were abusing our children.
Stop
Remember
it!
that?
Just stop it!
Gosh, look at you.
I mean, valid points.
Awesome.
She is all ready for dance class.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll take her.
Have fun. No, we're just friends, okay? That's all. Why can't
You
I
can
go
go to the
back
dance
and
as
start getting
friends.
all weird?
She did that on purpose.
Oh, Ty, pull over. It's right up here. Pull over.
Why are we stopping?
There's a riding trail not too far off this road. Until tomorrow, there's no rush to get there. Just want a trail ride.
Sounds good.
How long is it going to take him to get to Montana?
Well, look at the bright side. Cass forgot to ask for the change back from the 20s, so it's practically a bonus. And now that she's gone.
I don't know.
Hey, should you be doing that?
I don't really want her at her wedding when she's like that. But I know it would kill her not to be there, so I'm not really sure what to do right now.
Well, if it kills her not to be there, maybe she'll get her act together.
Thanks, David. We should just stay out here. Pitch a tent in the woods. Camp out till the wedding's over. What do you think?
What about food?
You can live off the land.
What about bears?
I got bear spray.
What about Lou?
Like I said, I got bear spray.
I heard that didn't get much deeper because poor horses having to get all wet. Aww. Those two. Yeah, it's like, who the hell is this person? See, that's why I think their road trip hits a snag because, uh-oh. I wouldn't say they pick her up, but it looks like she's gonna steal their car. Unbelievable. It's like there's literally no honest people out there. Because it's like you see this vehicle pulled over and you decide to steal it. And it's like, no. She's turned into Jade is what's going on. And like I said, I really don't get the point of Jade. I mean, did they just want to have another like teenage actor on the show? Because she really doesn't serve much purpose. She's just there to, I don't know. I really don't know why she's there, but she doesn't really serve much purpose. She doesn't really help out with much. So, like she showed up and she was like, oh yeah, you're taking care of me for the day, or I'm hanging out with you for the day. And I'm just like, really? Like, what's the point? Georgie would still be going to the vet clinic even if Jade wasn't there. It just doesn't seem to me like she does much. You know, maybe that'll change. But in the meantime, it's kind of like, really? Lou was telling Peter to stop because she knew exactly what he was doing. He was pointing out that her bullshit, as he should have. I mean, he, commented about that, about her not telling him about the interview until after. And he said, so I guess we both lied by omission. And then, of course, mentioning about the whole thing about, the specialist or buying the house without him and everything. And I'm thinking, she doesn't like what she's hearing, but he's absolutely correct. He is. She goes ahead and she makes these rash decisions without talking to him and expects him to be okay with it. Look at her Torty. Sleeping on the fall blanket. She expects him to be okay with it. Well, guess what? He made a decision without consulting you, so maybe you should be okay with it, since you expect him to be okay when you make decisions without him. It's kind of tit for tat. So yeah, I hope by the end of the episode, they're on their way to counseling to work through.
Ty, where's the truck?
Gone?
Do you have your cell phone?
No, it's in the truck.
Mine too.
Oops.
Okay,
I'm never gonna live this down.
No. He thinks it's funny. She doesn't.
Oh my god, Jake.
This
I know
thing's
it's
gone.
not my business, but I do have
course.
some experience with this type of thing. No,
Saw that coming.
look.
I saw that coming. Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
So that's her point, is to basically be annoying and ruin shit.
Hard to tell her it's too cold up here for cupcake trees to grow.
All right. So you got that out in the open. Now you guys can start again.
Listen, I was really angry and I said some things that...
We both said some things.
But he was correct. See?
Ty.
Couple happy moments.
Are you kidding me? Tire's flat.
Great.
Whoever jacked the truck must have taken off.
Our cell phones are still here.
Well, that's good.
Well, I guess we lucked out.
Go, Ty, get her.
There. Down. Ty, stop!
And the horse is coming on faster than
Look, I'm really sorry. I've never done anything like this before.
you. Then
And I
why
tried
did you?
hitchhiking, but nobody would pick me up. And then I saw your truck. I'm not a criminal, I swear.
Well, you are now.
Please don't call the cops.
No, I would call the cops.
Okay, pythons.
See, I would have been
usually
like,
dark, soft
you are
places
now.
To hide, like underneath couch cushions. She is. Look, right there. Where? She's right behind the fridge. Crafty girl, she's toying with us. All right, Cordelia, have it your way. Hide and seek. Ready or not, here we come.
Airplane where he lives. Kind of true. Oh, so I do.
So what are we gonna do with her?
What do you mean?
We can't just leave her at the side of the road.
Yeah, you can.
That's exactly what we're gonna do.
Please, I'm begging you.
No. Ty knew that was coming.
Your daughter thinks you live in an airplane.
Hey. It's gonna take about an hour to pass the tire, so we might as well get something to eat while we wait.
Lunch is on me. It's the least I could do since I stole your truck and all. But
That doesn't really make up
I
for
need
it.
to make some money.
What?
place to
You
argue.
want to tell me what you're doing? What's going on?
Do you want to keep your voice down?
No?
I'm just making sure everyone is aware of your very complicated schedule. Did I say something that wasn't true? You are headed back to Vancouver now.
Yeah, I'm headed back to my pied-à-terre in Vancouver, where I throw wild parties and have illicit affairs every night.
You said it.
We'll take her out.
That
You
sounds
guys
like fun.
always have to interrupt. You could have just walked out. There's a different door.
Thanks.
I mean, I know they're doing it, but still, they could have walked out like a different door or gone in the bedrooms without even interrupting them.
I did not mean to accuse.
We can't go on like this.
No. No,
So
we can't.
get counseling.
I think that's the first thing we've agreed on all day.
Counseling. Counseling. Just go to counseling. I don't know if he's right about that. I mean, it could be that there is a part of him that is right, you know, that she's worried about him screwing up again. Because, you know, when the thing with Dubai went down, obviously it was devastating for him and for her. But, and maybe she is kind of subconsciously thinking about that, which is something that a therapist could help, you know, a therapist could help with that, because a therapist could say, hey, you really need to let that shit go. Because here's the thing, nothing is guaranteed. Peter could lose his job in Vancouver tomorrow. Something unfortunately could happen to Heartland Ranch tomorrow. Nothing's guaranteed. So, you know, you have to learn to roll with the punches. Well, they said 90% of actions is reaction or something, like 90% of what happens to you is how you react to it. Which is true. You know, because sometimes a bad situation you make worse by how you react, when instead you can just take the situation at face value. I think. You know, I think that was the quote. And again, it's like, you know, one day in 2013, when I worked for Ashford University, which is now University of Arizona Global Campus, I think. Whatever. They came to us and told us that because they were working on new accreditation, because their offices were in California, even though they had their branch here in Iowa. But they came and basically told us that we were all out of a job. My whole department. And they'd given us like a month to kind of clean everything up. And they did, you know, they did give us 2 months of paid insurance and 3 months severance. So they did kind of help us out a bit, which was nice of them because they didn't have to do anything. And I will always acknowledge that they did that. But just one day out of the blue. One day in June. June of 2013. By the time this airs, it will probably be about 10 years or so that will happen. And, you know, they just kind of, they changed all of our lives because we had been at a job. A lot of us had been there for a few years. I know I was just shy of 6 years. And one day, through no fault of our own, we're told that we're out of jobs. And a lot of us, what my job was called a writing instructional specialist. And we monitored and guided the online teaching assistants who monitored and guided the online students through the start of their college journey. But a lot of us were also those online teaching assistants as well. And so because they eliminated our department, they also eliminated that online teaching assistant position. Those of us who were online TAs part-time, which I was one, we lost 2 jobs. We lost our full-time of being the Friday instructional specialist, and then the part-time of being the TA. So we got a double whammy. But the nice thing about that, again, a nice accommodation that they did for us, was for those of us who had our master's degrees, they could fast track us into becoming online instructors, not just teaching assistants, but online instructors. So that part was nice. And I do have a master's, so I was one of the people who did that, who applied and got that. So I at least had that income. But at the same time, it was like, that was nice that they did that. So they did try to accommodate and soften the blow a bit. But the bottom line still remains that they basically just threw us out, you know. And I learned a lot about that company after that, and it was a scam. And yes, I am saying that, and I don't care who hears it. It's my opinion. Not accusing them of anything, it's just my opinion. But, yeah, just one day in June, like, our lives were changed. And people had to make decisions and stuff. So, you know, nothing is guaranteed in life. And, you know, what if he had gotten that job there in Calgary and then it got taken away from him? What if this job in Vancouver gets taken away from him? What if she loses her blog? What if, you know, there's so many things. So it's like, sometimes you just need to take it one day at a time.
Speak your mind, gonna walk that mile.
They gotta have her sing at their wedding.
Go ahead and seize the day.
Thank you very much.
Not have that for a truck thief.
Right.
For a truck thief.
No, you don't think.
Be
Well,
too big.
actually, ball pythons can eat almost anything up to their regular thickness. Don't say that. And they can dislocate their jaw.
I don't think he ate him.
We are in so much trouble.
The dog just got away.
Back, Cordelia.
Thanks, guys. I've got one more song. It's not well known, but it's one of my favorites.
She tell her friends about all her plans.
We should have Amber Marshall sing
Now
that.
she's a kid full of dreams. Small towns can hold on to dreams.
I was wondering when she said it wasn't well known and she started, I was like, isn't that one of Lindy's songs? So, yeah.
Later we'll read in the papers about how well they're doing.
Get out, your grandma was a fan of Lindy Bartlett. No, my grandma was Lindy Bartlett.
What's keeping us together?
Love. I mean, if you love each other, that's what's keeping you together. That's what I would have said. If he said, what's keeping us together, I would have said, love, trust, commitment, vows. Does that mean anything? You know, and that whole thing about separate lives, they'd be like, so let's find a way to unseparate those lives. You know, here's another question. He has to go up to Vancouver a lot. Why can't Lou go with? Or go up and visit? Either with the kids or without. Why can't you do that? Yeah. He goes up for, 2-3 weeks? She could take a week and go visit him. Yeah, while he's off at meetings, she could do stuff around the house or go shopping or, go get a massage or something, whatever. If she has the kids, take them to the zoo. But why can't they do that? Why is he always the one having to come back? Why can't she go to him? I mean, she runs a dude ranch, but Lisa's also in charge, and she doesn't have to be home all the time for it. She owns Maggie's, but Nicole is in charge of that. The kids are in school. Okay. So take them up for a weekend, take them out for a day, online. You know, again, one thing with it being 2022, online. They can miss class and physically, but be doing their studies online while they're gone. Go up alone. Georgie and Katie will be perfectly fine. Jack will watch after them. Amy's there. Lisa will help. Go alone. What's wrong with that? You know, it makes me think of Friends. Because for a little while, Chandler had a job where he was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And so 4 days a week, on Sundays, he would leave, fly out to Tulsa and stay there like until Thursday. I think he flew back on Thursdays. And then would have, you know, Friday and Saturday with Monica. And then, of course, would leave. And the job didn't last very long. But there was, I think, one week where a friend said, why don't you go visit him? And she thought that was a great idea. And so she went and visited him. You know, why is that something that they couldn't have worked out before? You know, she has that, he has that job and she ends up coming and seeing him and staying for a week or two. Lou would find things to do. Then they're still together and she's showing that it's not all about her. That she is accepting of his job.
I cannot believe I'm eating lunch with Lindy Bartlett's granddaughter. How wicked is that?
I'm just surprised so.
You know, we should go on the road together. We'd make a killer duo.
Thanks for the offer,
She's gonna
but
sing
I
at
just
the
got
wedding.
back from tour. Not singing, training horses in Europe.
We're really sorry.
I don't
We didn't
think
mean for any of this to happen.
she ate the chihuahua.
On the bright side, Cordelia's hunger strike is over. Are you two finished? I will, however, need my change back from the 20 I gave you for coffee. And I still need that urine sample from Monty. This time, don't come back empty-handed.
I knew it wouldn't have been the she ate the dog.
Yeah.
I think it's time for your nap.
Daddy
As you go
moves in
pick
and
out a
playing.
storybook, okay? You have to do something.
No,
I
Lisa.
know you're gonna say that we shouldn't meddle, but I can't stand to see her like that.
Neither can
As much as anybody.
No one deserves
I. What
fame.
about,
You work for it.
what about your parents? They miss you?
It's been months.
Well, you know, I didn't speak to my mom for years.
He's gonna invite you.
See you, Brooke.
Yeah, I think she's gonna come back. I think she's gonna sing at their wedding. I was kind of thinking maybe she was Ty's half sister.
Wait.
Yeah, I just thought, what if she was Ty's half sister? What if they were talking about the same mother? What if Lily was her mother and he didn't know because it was, you know, just from a different relationship? Like, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't surprise me on this show. I'd be like, I called that. But Ty's gonna invite Lily. Of course he will. And she should be there. You know, he said that she's fallen off the wagon and she's drunk, but she'll be heartbroken if she doesn't make it. And I'm like, well, then maybe if she is heartbroken, that will get her off the wagon. You know, that will get her back on the wagon. It might not. It might send her further into depression, but it might not. It might make her sober up and say, okay, I fucked up. My son didn't even want me at his wedding, so I need to change. And it may not do anything.
I'll give you 2 minutes. You know the City Hawkins dance?
Yeah?
It'd be a good laugh. So I was wondering,
If you wanted to go.
if you wanted to go with me. Like, only if you want.
Yes. I mean, yeah.
said that awfully fast.
Georgie, I got the urine sample. I don't even know who that is.
I gotta go.
Seriously?
Just explain it. You're volunteering to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's Lily's house. I was just saying it'd be funny if she was his half sister.
Congrats, by the way, on getting married and all. If you need somebody to sing at your wedding, keep me in mind.
Yep.
Good luck, Brooke.
She'll be singing at the wedding. Nope, that's not Lily.
Up when he gets back, but I don't think I can wait that long.
Go to him.
Should I call him?
This is the type of conversation that you should have in person.
Go to
Yeah,
him.
but what am I supposed to do? Hop on the next flight to Vancouver?
Yes.
I need to go to Vancouver.
Yeah. Like I suggested earlier, you could have been doing that all along. There's the invites.
And you be a good girl for
This is
Groundhog
exactly
Day
what I
and
was
have
saying.
fun.
Hey, Lou, I gotta leave now or you're gonna miss your plane.
Okay. Bye, honey.
Go ahead, Lou. There's nothing to worry about, is there, Katie?
Everything's under control. Have a good trip.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How far is Vancouver from Calgary?
Bye, Mom.
She called her mom. She's starting to call her mom more.
Am I doing the right thing?
Mm-hmm.
Of course you are.
What are you doing?
We used to do this all the time when we were kids. You would tell me that if we went fast enough, then the car would lift off. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
What the heck?
You ready?
Ready.
I like Amy and Lou get a little bit of bonding time there. I mean, we don't know how long the ride to the airport is. It could be 20 minutes, it could be 2 hours, we don't know. But I like that they get a little bit of bonding time right there as sisters. And yeah, I think we'll see Brooke again. She will be in the wedding. She'll be singing at the wedding. And you know, he mentioned about Lily being drunk. And it looks like we're going to see that because Ty blames his stepfather when he finds out that Lily is back in rehab. Which rehab is good because it means she's trying to get help. And she's probably in rehab because of getting the wedding invitation. And yeah, it probably is Wade's fault. But I don't want to place the blame just yet because maybe it's not. Maybe she did it on her own. Maybe he's the one who's sober. You know, sometimes an animal can change their stripes. Sometimes. And Lou's finally doing what I was saying. Like, all this time that she's bitching about Peter having the job in Vancouver, why the hell didn't she go? They could have made arrangements for, what, 3-4 years? That she could have gone to see him. Maybe not all the time, but every 2 months, you know? I know that she loves it there at Heartland, but they could have spent summers there. But Lou is so damn stubborn and so high maintenance and egotistical that it's always about her, you know? You know, she says that she puts everything into her family. I'm like, well, that's because it reflects on you. And she needs to realize that Peter is trying to do what he can to support the family. He loves, I still think he loves her, and he loves the girls. And when he made that comment about, besides, you know, Georgie and Katie, what do we have? I would have said love. I still love you. I hope you still love me. And if he said I do, I'd be like, well, there's that. But again, it's like, he's been at this job 3-4 years and she never thought about going to Vancouver. If that's how it was with my husband, where he had to travel a lot, I'd go see him. Maybe not all the time, but I would. You know? Especially with having a job like this, where it would be more flexible. I could always throw this stuff in the car or work around it. Like, I'm gonna film these on certain days and then leave on this day. We'd make it work. We'd figure something out. So, the fact that Lou is going is good, but it's something that should have been done before. Like I said, the whole kind of Monica thing from Friends. And I do think Lisa was good. She's like, I don't mean to pry. It's like, yeah, you do. If you don't mean to pry, you wouldn't ask anything. You mean to pry. It's like when people say, I don't mean to be a nuisance. Yeah, you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't say anything. I don't mean to cause trouble. Yeah, you do. Or you wouldn't say anything. And I'm guilty of that. We're all guilty of that. Not just me. We're all guilty of that. You know, like, I don't mean to cause a problem, but, well, yeah, you do. If you're bringing something up, then yeah, you kind of do. So yeah, Lisa, you did mean to pry. And Lisa probably figures that as their step-grandmother, she can. And it's like, kind of, but not always. Anyways, hopefully I'll find out about Lou and Peter tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If so, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that notification bell to be alerted of future reacts. And check out some of my other videos if you can. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram, both at Lazy Cat Reactions. I got so much more coming down the pipeline. By the time you're seeing this, it'll probably be sometime in 2023, so make sure you check out everything else that will be in 2023. And of course, by this time that it'll air, I'll already be looking at 2024, so I hope you will stick around. I'm happy to have you here and have you join me as I get caught up here on Heartland. At the time of this filming, the season 16 premiere of Heartland was getting ready to air. And I was excited to see about it, but obviously, like, I'm not going to watch it or anything because I'm only on season 8. And I was thinking, like, I can't wait to be caught up and see what everyone else was all excited about. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad that I'm not there because I still have the anticipation. You know, what's coming next? What's going to happen? And of course, you know, when you watch a show, especially for the first time, you don't know what's going to happen. Then obviously after you see it, it's like, well, then you know. But I don't know if that makes any sense at all. But like, knowing that there's so much more to come and not knowing what's coming, it's kind of exciting. And by the time this episode airs, I might be caught up, at least on Netflix, through season 14. If they have season 15 on Netflix by then, I might be caught up with it by then. And then I'll be all ready to watch season 16. But at least by that point I'll know. Because I did see a couple of pictures from season 16 and there were a few people in it I didn't recognize. So I was like, I saw Lou and Amy and Tim and Jack. But I was like, where's Georgie? Obviously, no Ty. But where's Caleb? Where's his wife? Because I know at some point he marries Cassie. Where's Mallory? Well, Mallory's gone, but you know, For example, I mean, I recognized the 4 main characters, which I think is awesome that even after like 16 years they're still around. But where's the rest of the cast, you know? Where's everyone else? Are these all just brand new people? And that could have happened. But still, I still have a while to go. And I'm excited to learn and meet these new people. So anyways, thank you for joining me for this reaction, and I will see you in my next video. To quote Charlotte Dobray, which if you haven't seen her, go check her out on YouTube. Her videos are fantastic. But to quote her, subscribe! I'll see you next time. Bye.